Okay, this is a revise with me video on changing the subject of formulas. Question 1. We've got make W the subject of the formula. So y equals 3w minus a. So with this formula, you've got to get w on its own. And the first thing you want to do is you want to add this a, because you want to do the opposite. So we're going to do y plus a leaves me with 3w. Because this 3 means 3 times w, so you want to leave that to last. So now we've got 3w left. I can just divide by 3 because it means 3 times w, so I want to do y plus a divided by 3 leaves me with w. So w is y plus a over 3. Next one. I've got make w the subject of the formula again. So I've got s equals w over a. W over a means w divided by a. So we want to do the opposite of that. Opposite of dividing by a is timesing by a. So I want to take s and I want to times it by a, and that will leave me with w. S times a can be simplified as s a. So w is s a. Question 3. I've got v equals w plus 10t. Work out the value of v when u is 4 and t is 3. So this isn't a change in subject question, this is a substitution question. So v equals u is 4, so I've got 4, and 10t, so I've got t is 3, so I'm doing 10 times 3. So I've got 4 plus 10 times 3 is 30, 4 plus 30 is 34. This is a change in subject question now, so I've got the same formula, v equals u plus 10t, but I've got to make u the subject, so I want to get that on its own. This is an easy one because all I need to do is take away that 10t. So I want to take that v, and if I take away 10t, I'll be left with u. Same formula, v equals u plus 10t, but this time I want to make t the subject of the formula. So at the moment, I've got 10 attached to it, so I've got 10 times t, and I want to leave that till last. So I want to get rid of the u first, so by taking it away. So v take away u would leave me with 10t. Now to get rid of the 10, because this means 10 times the t, opposite of timesing is dividing. So I want to take all of that, v minus u, and I want to divide it by 10. So t is going to equal v minus u over 10. So next question. I've got a little bit of work before we're changing the subject yet. So here's a rectangle. We've got one side is 2x plus 1, the other side is x. The perimeter, p is the perimeter of the rectangle. Show that p equals 6x plus 2. So I know to work out the perimeter, perimeter is the outside, it's the edges all added up. So I've got to do 2x plus 1, add x, and this side here on the bottom is also 2x plus 1, so I've got another 2x plus 1, and this side over here is x, same as this one, so I've got a plus another x. Now I just need to simplify it. So if I collect all my x's, I've got 2x plus x plus another 2x plus x. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6x. So I'm left with 6x, and then my numbers, so I've got 1 plus 1 leaves me with 2. And that's my perimeter, and they've said perimeter equals p. So I proved that p equals 6x plus 2. With the next one, I've got to express x in terms of p. This means I want this formula, p equals 6x plus 2, but I want to make x the subject of the formula. So currently, x has got attached to the 6, so I want to leave that until last. So I get rid of the 2 first, and the opposite of plus 2 is to take away 2. So I've got p take away 2 leaves me with 6x. I can now get rid of the 6. So this means 6 times x, so the opposite of timesing is dividing. So I'm going to take all of p minus 2 and divide it by 6, and that will leave me with x. So x is p minus 2, all of that divided by 6. Next question. So I've got to make m the subject of the formula. So m is at the top here. It's attached to the h. So this means h times m divided by 4. So I want to leave that h until last. I first want to get rid of the 4. So if they divide by 4 last, first of all, opposite of dividing is timesing. So I want to do s times 4 first, and that will leave me with hm. So s times 4 can be simplified as 4s. And now I want to get rid of the h, because this means h times m. I want to divide by h, so I'll have 4s divided by h leaves me with m. So m is 4s divided by h. Next question, I've got to express v in the terms of t. This means I want to make v the subject of the formula. Now currently it's in a fraction with 4, so I'm going to get rid of that 1 first. So opposite of plus 1 is to take away. So I do t take away 1 equals v over 4. Now to get rid of the 4, it's in a fraction, this means v divided by 4. Opposite of dividing is timesing. So I want to take all of t minus 1, not separately, all together, so I'm going to put in brackets. And I want to times that by 4. And that will leave me with v. You can leave it like that, or you can expand it, so you can do 4t minus 4 by doing 4 times t to get 4t, 4 times minus 1 to get minus 4, or you can leave it in the bracket. So 4t minus 4 is v. Next question. So make d the subject of the formula. So currently it's attached to the 4, so this means 4 times d, so I'm going to leave that till last. So I can get rid of the 5 first. Opposite of adding 5 is to take 5 away. So I'm going to do c, take away 5, leaves me with 4d. Now I can get rid of the 4, so this means 4 times d. Opposite of timesing is dividing, so I'm going to take all of c minus 5 and divide it by 4, leaves me with d. So d is c minus 5 over 4. Right, next one, we've got to make g the subject of the formula. So currently it's in a square root, so a equals a square root of g. We just need to do the opposite of that. The opposite of the square root is the square, so I need to just take a and square it, and that will leave me with g. So g is just a squared. Next one, question 9. So we've got to make y the subject of the formula. So currently y is in a square, so I want to leave that till last, so leave your square rooting until last. I want to first get rid of the a, so opposite of adding a is minus a. So I'm going to go k minus a equals y squared. Now I can do the opposite. Now I can do the opposite of squaring, which is square root. So I can take all of k minus a and square root it. So y equals the square root of k minus a. Next one. Again, this isn't a change in the subject of formula. This is a substitution question. I'll do it anyway. So we've got c equals 4x plus 5y. We've got to find the value of c when x is 9 and y is minus 2. So if c equals 4x, I know x is 9, I'm going to do 4 times the 9. And then I'm going to add 5 times the y, which is minus 2. So we know 4 9s are 36. And we know 5 times minus 2, well I know 5 times 2 is 10, so it's going to be minus 10. Now you can't have a plus and a minus here. That minus is going to cancel that plus out. So it's actually just 36 minus 10, which is 26. This is a change in the subject of a formula though. So you can have them in questions together. So we've got to make x the subject of the formula. So the formula was c equals 4x plus 5y. I want to get that x on its own. Currently it's attached to the 4. So I leave that to last. So I'm first going to get rid of this 5y. Opposite of adding 5y is to take it away. So I'm going to do c, take away 5y, leaves me with 4x. To get rid of the 4, it means 4 times x. Opposite of timesing is dividing. So I'm going to have c minus 5y over 4 as x. Last one. Find the value of x when c is 51 and y is 3. So again, this isn't changing the subject of the formula, this is substitution. So my formula was c equals 4x plus 5y. This time I've been given c is 51, so instead of c, I've got 51. I haven't been given x, so I still got 4x. But I've been given y, so y is 3, so I've got 5 times 3. So I know 51 is 4x plus 5 3s are 15. I want to get rid of the 15, so I'm going to do 51 take away 15 equals 4x. 51 take away 15 is 36. So I've got 36 is 4x, just need to divide by 4 now. So 36 divided by 4 is x, and I know 36 divided by 4 is 9, so I know x equals 9. If you want any other revise with me topics, just let me know.